Mobalytics has released a desktop app, so let's have a look at it. Hi, I'm Oneweek and welcome to my channel where I review programs and technology that I use while gaming. In this video, we're going to be looking at Mobalytics and its new desktop app. The Mobalytics desktop app is pretty much the same as the website, but there's a few key differences that I want to take you through now. So first off, we have the dashboard, the GPI, and the progress and champions are all the same as the website, but there's a couple of new ones. The first one I want to look at is the tier list, so if we click on that. So the tier list gives you a link to the video on YouTube of the current patch notes and some recommendations for who to play, and then below you can filter by skill floors as well as jumping straight to each role. So if we have a look at top lane, for example, we can see who's in S tier, who's in A tier, who's in B tier, or we can go down to the bottom and see all of the champions, and it has things like their pick ban rate, win rate, and number of matches played. The next thing we want to look at is the live companion app. So this is the newest feature, which essentially gives you pick and ban recommendations, runes and items, and lets you auto import, a bit like blitz.gg, as well as giving post-match insights, which we'll take a look after we jump into a game. So let's do that now. So as you can see, we've just entered Champ Select, and so here is the screen we get for pre-game. Gives us some picks. As you can see, we have the bans here that it suggests. Once the ban phase is done, it shows the banned champions here, gives us a pick recommendation based on our best performing champion, a performance pick that we play well with, and then a meta pick based on what's popular in the meta. So we had a dodge there, so just to go back over the ban recommendation, so it has the most popular champ you can play against at your lane, a champ I have a bad win rate against, and then just a champ regardless of your role. So as you can see in the pregame, we also have some tags for players, so things for that. And when you hover over these tags, it tells you what they are. So fatigue, been playing for longer than 6 hours, which is quite impressive. So once we pick our champion, this is essentially what we get. We get the runes up the top here, which has been imported. You can turn that on and off here or in the settings tab here. Down below that gives us a spells recommendation. We can choose which way we want it. So I want flash on F because that is the correct way. The skill order, item order, your complete skill order, and then items as well as skill to focus based on my GPI, which is over here. After the game, it gives us some more stats. So I'll come back once the game's finished and show you them. So once we're actually in the game, you can see that it gives the enemies stats as well as tags for them. It also gives a breakdown of our damage distribution for both us and the enemy team, as well as champion power spikes, as well as your whole team power spikes. And then gives you a quick tip about playing against Nocturne, which you can use more. And then the last one is the gank opportunities, where it recommends where the best spot to gank is. We'll come back at the end of the game to show you what the post-game screen looks like. So here's the post-game screen. As you can see, it gives you a breakdown of the game. So up the top gives you some sort of top numbers. So highest CS, most damage, MVP, most gold, highest KDA. And then on the right is your personal achievements. It gives you some cool little things as well as what they are. In the center here, we have the overall team view. So everyone's build, damage, CS at 20 minutes, and the gap between you and your opponent. As well as in the brackets there is your CS per minute, and then your kill participation and your wards placed as well. And then finally your damage numbers here. And then one cool thing is it kind of ranks everyone as to where they were in the game. I find this to be reasonably accurate sometimes, although I think it prioritizes kill participation a lot more than towers. So I've noticed sometimes with people split pushing, it doesn't give them as much of a reward as they probably could get. And then finally, if we go down the side here, have the sort of overall stats for the games as well as a reminder of the bans. So things like total towers taken, the Drakes and Barons, the damage, and you can also switch this to damage taken as well as damage dealt, and then CS as well as overall income. And then finally, we just have the wards placed and then wards cleared as well here. So overall, I really like the dashboard version of Mobalytics. I think it's a little bit easier to use than the website, and some of the updates have been really good. One thing is I have noticed a few bugs. So as you can see down the bottom here in the latest solo queue games, this hasn't updated in nearly a month, despite a couple of updates from the app, closing and opening it and all that sort of thing, which means I'm not too sure if my GPI that sort of stuff is actually updating, but it seems like it is because the tracking thing here is working. So yeah, it's a little bit buggy at the moment, but it is still in beta. But overall, really good experience and would highly recommend. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and let me know down in the comments below what tags you've been getting if you've started using it. And as always, don't forget to subscribe.